I deal with my opponents a little bit like I handle my love life. I make sure I leave a lasting impression. I don't care what kind of shape you're in. I'm gonna knock your teeth back out the other side of your head. You understand? Or don't like it. Learn to love it because it's the best thing going today. Let's go, Buffalo.
Welcome to the Mafia Sports Report. I am Tommy, and next to me is my main man, Mr. Mikey, also known as the Apex Man. And yes, guys, you do not come to the King's Castle and try to dethrone the king. That is exactly what happened today. The Buffalo Bills pretty much squished the fish today. It was let me tell you, both sides of the ball did their damn job today. All that talk coming in for the Miami Dolphins, 70 points. Yeah, we held them to 20, and we showed you we aren't no Denver Broncos. We are a real deal team. We are a serious team. We are Kings of the East for a reason. People wanted to write us off, say we're falling off the cliff. Where are those people now? And thank you, Hooked Up Joe, by the way, for coming in. I appreciate it. Listen, I don't think you guys look like trash. I just think you guys played a very, very good team. It was the first, real opponent you faced. Same with us. I'm not going to, and by the way, we're not here to talk trash. It's just the real deal. It was two heavyweights going at it, but the better team won. We threw a defense out there that you guys weren't really prepared for. But you guys are a dangerous team, no doubt about it. Mikey, what's going on, man? Tell me how
what's
you feel.
up, brother? I'm feeling great. I appreciate Hookup Joe coming back in.
Good guy.
One of the few Miami fans that I've talked to that's been real. Appreciated him coming in the other day, and they had every right to talk going into this game.
Sure,
with the way their offense was moving up and down, they had every right to talk starting this game the way their offense started.
Yeah.
McDermott made some adjustments. Listen. Miami isn't going anywhere. We'll just get that out of the way right now. They're not going anywhere. They're an extremely good team. They're a very dangerous team. It's going to be one of those battles. We'll see them again in Miami at the end of the year, and then we'll probably see them again in the playoffs. So just round one, brother. Good game.
Yep.
But man, that Trey White thing puts a damper on all this, brother.
Oh, dude, man. I had a feeling it was Achilles because I saw him kind of point low to his ankle area. So I didn't think it was his knee because I didn't see anything like that. But listen, players know, and they they're going to obviously do the testing, but they know when they hear something pop. He knows the deal. And then me and Mikey were talking, man. Let's hope Trey goes and sees the same doctor that Kobe Bryant went to, that Aaron Rodgers went to. They say he's the
Cam Akers went to, got him back in the same year.
Yeah, best in the business. So I know it's a setback. I know he's upset. I know we're all upset, but get it done, get it fixed, get back on his team healthy. Thank God, really honestly, I'm glad it's not a knee. I know it sucks. Achilles is still a terrible thing, but if it was a knee thing, same knee, I would be like, oh man, even worse, but players stepped up today when their number was called. Benford went down for a bit, and Dane Jackson came in, and man, he was popping people right away. I love what I saw from Dane, and we're going to need him now. Obviously, we're going to need him now. So that was awesome to see. But, man, besides the trade thing, which, obviously sucks, everybody else, for the most part, was, left injury free. I know Micah went into the tent, but he came back out. So I think he's going to be all right. Teron Johnson looked like it was just a cramp, so nothing big. And obviously Christian Benford came back. So, that was a good thing to see as well. And he was not only back, he was playing. So good to see there. But the real story to me, obviously the whole story was the whole team effort. But the offense, remember I said it, we said it on Friday. I think the offense is what's going to dictate this game. And it did. Man, I got to see the team stats, but I'm pretty sure we probably won time of possession in that game. And the turnover battle. And I said we would win the, whatever team wins that turnover battle time possession probably wins the game. We definitely won the turnover battle today. We got after Tua, and McDermott really switched up the defense a lot against that offense. You're not going to always stop them, right? But what we did was slow them down, and we stopped them on important drives, and we got the turnovers when they were needed, and we executed on offense after the turnovers. So. Thank you, Sophia.
Sophia comes in with a super chat. Perfect offense. Go Ken Dorsey. Listen, we felt like we were negative Nellies. Everything we asked for last week, motion, misdirection, get the other backs in the game early. He did it all today. He was in his bag today. I have zero complaints about Ken Dorsey today and that offense. Ken Dorsey was in his bag today. I couldn't have asked for a better offensive game plan.
No, I couldn't either. Yeah, I agree. Man, and that's what I want to see moving forward, man. Get your running backs involved, all three of them. I love seeing Murray in the game early on. I'm telling you, that dude still has wheels on him, guys. He is our RB2, by the way, because and I'm cool with that. James Cook, a little slow game for him today, but the Dolphins defense still had to, watch out for him. He still was getting, I think he had 13 carries or 12 carries for the game. So that play action pass was working. They had to respect James Cook is what I'm going with. So, and then Davis Murray came in and not only did he good running, he also was a receiver. So, man, just great job by the backs, great job by the receivers. Everybody showed up today. Gabe Davis had some remarkable catches. The only guy that I could be down on for a quick second is Shakir. That was such a beautiful pass. He should have had that. But I'm not going to kill the guy. It was right there, man. You got to.
If he turns his arms the other way and catches it over his shoulder, like he didn't have to jump. If he just keeps running, it falls right in his breadbasket.
Yeah. Live and learn. That's all right, But that was a beautiful throw. But other than that, I mean, I thought everybody did their job today, and we're going to get to the stats and all that of everybody. But the defense, I thought, Mikey, started slow, for us. And I said, we were texting back and forth. I said, man, McDermott needs to adjust. Like because they were 2 for 2 on their first drives, right? Touchdown. And I'm like, this is going to be a shootout, right? This might come down to the, last play of the game. But to credit McDermott, he went ahead and adjusted. He threw some more exotic looks, different looks at Tua. The pressure was great today. Ed Oliver was on his game today. Daquan Jones was on his game. Woo. Leonard Floyd, everybody did their job today.
Epinesa, we saw Kinsley Jonathan get a hit.
Yes, yes.
It was awesome.
And what did I say? They may not sack him, which we did, by the way, but pressure. And man, that's what it was about. Hey, Sonny
comes in with a super chat. Great win, statement win. The road through the division still goes through Buffalo. It does.
It does. And I hope the rest of the AFC East teams learned a lesson today about this team, the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah. FG. If he makes that catch,
dude, it was there. He didn't even need to do a tire. It was there.
Yeah,
that was a perfectly thrown ball.
He didn't have to even jump for it. If he would have just kept running, it would have hit him in his hands.
I think sometimes Allen surprises some of these guys. Not Diggs, because Diggs is Diggs is Diggs. But I think Allen could put it where no one else can.
Allen was in his bag today,
dude. Allen plays smart football.
You want to know my favorite play of Allen?
Yeah,
when he took the sack. I
loved it. Yeah. Even the announcer said it. Normally, Josh would have tried to throw some stupid pass there. Gets intercepted or fumble or hold on, whatever, try to still take off and do something dumb or pitch it back. And no, he took the sack and that's fine. A field goal, I'm good with that.
Oh, Trixon says Sam Howell just tied it up. The last play of the game. Maybe Washington isn't bad.
I was going to talk to you about that, Mike, and I'm glad you brought that up, Triggs, because everyone's saying who have you played? And bro, Washington was, to be fair, they were 2-0 when we faced them, right? And their defense was legit. And now look, they're going against a Super Bowl team. Team went to a Super Bowl, one of the best teams in the NFL. And look what's going on right now. Even if they lose that game, look how close it is. So they're not as bad as people think. I'm telling you right now.
Our
defense Buffalo made them look bad.
Our defense is nasty, dude. That's what it is.
Right.
Our defense is nasty. Oh God, it was so nice. It was so nice. So let's quickly take a look at some of these stats real quick.
Yeah.
So let's jump in here. By the way, the time of possession was Bills were by like 30 seconds, but that's because Miami had ball most of the fourth quarter as we were just running out the clock.
Yes, correct.
Who says you can't go for bold without going broke?
We got an
Get
ad
the brands
here playing.
you want, the prices
Mike is
you
gonna
want.
get me. Mike is gonna
Whenever.
get me.
I don't know how to stop it.
Just pause.
I don't know how to stop it.
You got it.
I did. I had to find it. Anyways, Josh was 21 for 25. He had 4 incompletions and 4 touchdowns.
Beautiful day.
You know,
Beautiful
actually
day,
5 touchdowns because he ran for 1 too.
Correct.
Latavius was 4 for 32. He was that guy. We need to get him the ball a little bit more. We really do.
I'm telling you, get him involved more. I told you guys when we signed him, when I saw his highlights from last season, I thought the dude still had a lot of juice in him. He does. He's a power back with some speed left, and he still has speed. So, yeah, definitely got to get him more involved going forward.
So, this FG comment says that White injury. I hope the Bills address the CB position, as I don't think White's coming back for 2023.
No, he's not. Yeah,
I don't either. We will be seeing Elam. Elam will be elevated to game day, and then we will find another outside CB, whether it's the practice squad or there's somebody out there that we go out and pick up. We will be bringing up another one that'll be inactive, as you know. This is the reason why we kept Elam as insurance.
You never know.
In case something happens.
Yeah, and this I got to tell you too for Elam. This is a big opportunity for him now because I honestly, Mikey, and I was saying it before. I didn't think he was going to see the field, and neither did you for the season unless there was an injury. And now there's a significant injury, and we need Kaiir Elam, and we need him to step up. Okay, and this is an opportunity now. If he doesn't step up now, he will never step up. So this is your now. I'm not saying he's going to start guys or anything, but he's probably going to see some snap counts, and it's your opportunity, Elam. Like now, you need to show your worth and show why you were the first round draft pick. Like you need to bring it.
You know what, Triggs, you are so right. I get frustrated with sometimes, like during the game, we had a 3rd and 8 or 3rd and 9, and he runs the soft zone. But I need to get over the play-by-play and just look at the big picture because McDermott called a masterful game today. He really did. He shut them down, and he put the guys in position all day long.
Kind of like Ken Dorsey. I think, and you know, listen, I supported Ken Dorsey for a long time, and it was only last week when I started getting a little upset with him. But the reality is, last year we were number 2 in offense. This year, I think after this game, we may be number 1 in, as far as scoring a game. So, what does that tell you about him? Listen, he's not perfect, but he's running a good game plan. He's putting points on the board. 48 this week. Last week, 30 by the offense because we scored 7 on defense. And the week before, what did we score on offense? 30 something. So it's pretty good.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I don't know what else to tell you guys. It's not perfect, you know, but I get where you guys were saying why you complaining only because I want to see things that I know could be better. Well, but man, today he did exactly what I was complaining about. You know, Mikey was under center, getting the other running backs
the motion, the misdirection.
Yes.
Like matter of fact, remember we were complaining about that stupid swing pass. He ran a fake off of that today, which was perfect for our first touchdown because 2 defenders came up and then Davis they had to hit the whole shot. It was perfect. Like he set it up through the first 3 weeks and then used the play off of it today. So maybe
everybody, even by the way, too, Hardy. I think it was that a swing pass? I think it was. And he got the first. And it was not the greatest pass. It was a little low, but Hardy made it and got just like that was all effort. Yeah, and that's what I love to see too. And by the way, Trent Sherfield was involved today. I loved how they used Trent Sherfield a little early on in that game. It was good to see him involved. He made a couple big plays. So I just love it. Like Allen was swinging the ball around, and we're gonna see the stats in a minute, but it seemed like everybody had their hands today on that football, man.
Yeah, not only I'll tell you, Ed Oliver.
Oh my God,
is being a monster so far this year.
He's like, yo, all I wanted was my pay, and now I'm gonna show you. He's like, yeah, I wanted my contract. Now I'm gonna do my thing, man.
Yeah, no, Dorsey. Cool. of much as I've been bashing on the last few weeks, and we've been winning big, but there was things I didn't like that he just wasn't playing. He went into his bag today and pulled out all the things that I saw. Because I was telling you last week, I saw things in the preseason with motions and misdirections that I hadn't seen yet in the regular season, and it was pissing me off. Yeah. Because I thought our offense could have been better.
By the way, this is Sports Jedi Network, friend of the show. He's on the AFC East Shakedown. Go check out his channel, guys. Really good dude, Kev. Comes in. Your Bills gave those fish a humble pie. Good win. Yeah, we sure did. And that's what you got to do, man. We're a veteran team. That's why it was so, Mikey. That's I get it. Like the Dolphins were looking good coming into this game. I get I will give them credit, but it felt like nobody was giving us credit for what we've done and what we've been doing, in the NFL. And it just seemed like it was just a little disrespectful. And I'm not saying the Dolphins in general, but just in like national media and how so excited, and it's like, bro, and I think it was Jim Nance at the end was like, yeah, y'all thought this team was like, I love that. Like y'all thought this team was right. Yeah. And it's like, all right. And bro, we're a veteran team. This is the same team for a long time, and we've shown that we can win big games, at least in the regular season. Playoffs, we need to show differently, but regular season, we've shown that we can hang in there with anyone. So I don't know, this whole thing was like the Dolphins going to come in and just wallop us. And today it proved that, man. They didn't. They scored 20 points. I mean, 7-7 and 8 and 6. I mean, they didn't do much today.
Spin. Wait, didn't Sports Jedi pick the Dolphins to win?
He did. But so did a lot of people. I mean, the whole CBS crew, I think, picked it when they were doing the predictions.
Listen,
and that's fine.
Scott was on ESPN saying they're going to run for 200 yards on us, and we didn't stand a chance. They were going to blow us out like they blew the Broncos out.
I tell you what, though, that running back.
Stephen A. was saying Josh Allen's not an elite quarterback.
Yeah, well, once again, it's all clickbait. They're idiots. It was funny too, because Mikey on Saturday and the AFC Shakedown, somebody was just trolling on the channel, and they kept saying, "Oh, Josh Allen, he sucks and he melts down a bit." And I said, "Bro, if you're gonna come here and talk if you're gonna talk that trash, you better bring better than that, because." Do you know that Josh Allen has like a quarterback rating of 107? He has 20 something. Like, he kills your Dolphins. Like, what are you talking about? Josh Allen crumbles in big games. He owns you guys. He's played great against the Dolphins. So you make no sense. You can't say so it's just funny when people talk trash. At least bring the right trash talking. Have something to back it up. Because saying Josh Allen sucks in big games, well, I don't know where you're at, buddy. I don't think you're here in the chat, but how was it today, man? How was Josh today? Once again, eating you up.
21 for 25, 320, 4 touchdowns, another rushing touchdown. So you have 5 total touchdowns on you. Guess who's going to get player of the week again?
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Against the Dolphins. He's now 7-0 at home against the Dolphins in his career.
Yep. And Dallas. I agree, man. When we play like this, we can beat anybody any day of the week, and we've proven that in the regular season. I just really hope this goes into the playoffs. I really do, because yes, we can beat anyone. We can hang with anyone. Like I said, all the talk was against Miami Dolphins this whole week, and how that offense is unstoppable, and they're the best thing going today. They're the best show on turf, whatever. What were they saying? It wasn't the show on turf. It was the best
show on surf.
Surf, yeah. Well, how'd that work out? And they're good. Listen, they're a good offense. Like I said, they're running back. That Anche guy, holy crap!
Oh my god, that guy! Dude, you give him, you miss a tackle on him. And listen, I will give Hyde credit. He ran him down, and then we kept him out of the end zone.
Yes, but man, that dude they got something. I'm gonna tell you, they got something there in that running back in the future. So, I mean, he's already making noise, but yeah,
we've gone 20 minutes and we haven't talked about him.
Singletary touchdown pass, good for him.
We haven't talked about him yet, Mr. Stephon Diggs,
the man. That fucking
6
route was
for
so
120,
nasty. And the
3
touchdown.
touchdowns.
Oh my God.
All his routes were nasty. All 3 of his touchdowns
but
were
that one though, he had that dude skating, bro. That was so nasty, bro. But yeah, beautiful. Listen, that's what you want from your number one. He always shows up.
Here's the thing, guys. It's not just going to be how good the Bills are in good weather. It's going to be how good the Bills are, period. We fixed on offense. Our biggest area was our interior.
Offensive line. Yeah.
Josh stood back there. Really? Like the sack that he got was because of coverage sack. It wasn't because the line broke down. Like
right. They did a great
played
job.
Well.
They've been
really
playing
well.
They've been playing so much better. Like this new all O line that Bean put together in McDermott. And of course you got to credit Cromer as well. Man, like this is what we've been waiting to see from an offensive line. What more can I tell you? Like Deion Dawkins played his ass off today. Mitch Morse, all of them, man. Osiris Torrance, Spencer Brown even did a good job today. For as much hate as he gets, he had a great block at the end there to get Allen in for a touchdown.
Baby spin. Don't listen to Mike. You start who's in your gut, brother. However, what I didn't expect with A-Chain was getting 2 goal line carries right to start. Like Mostert got him down there, and then they went to A-Chain for the goal line. I'm like, that was odd to me because Mostert's a bigger back. So
that team is. I will say that team is speed
fast, so fast.
They are just. It's not. I'm gonna tell you right now, though. I see why defenses could have a tough time against them, but when you go against a McDermott defense and guys that are playmakers, you can see how they can be stopped or slowed down. New England did it, and we talked about it week 2, and that's why I kept saying if we kind of mimic what they did, and just kind of mix it up on them, you could slow that team down, no doubt about it, and we proved that today. Like our defense, we have playmakers. Bernard, once again, I think fumble recovery today. What more can I tell you about Bernard too? Man, my God,
he's playing his ass off. Osiris shut down Wilkins today. Yeah, he did.
Great job, man. I've told you guys.
Him and McGovern and Morris on the inside are just nasty right now. Like,
dude,
they're giving Josh clean pockets for the most part. Even when they get beat a little bit, Josh just slides. It's been awesome. You want to know what the crazy part about all of it was leading up? Nobody talked about the Bills' offense versus Miami's defense. It was just Miami's offense versus Buffalo's defense.
Yeah.
Like, people forget how good Buffalo's offense was number 2 in the league.
I know.
Coming into the game. How are we not talking about and number 2 in defense in the league? How are we not? And Miami's defense was towards the bottom of the league.
They're 21st. And that's why I said the disrespect going into that game was just crazy to me. It was just crazy. Like who do they think who do they think this Buffalo Bills team is? Like, we had a bad week 1, no doubt about it. Okay. Yeah. But we know this team, and we've had bad week 1s before. And I told you guys in 2021, we lost to the damn Pittsburgh Steelers at home, and we bounced back from that. So I think people sometimes get a little overhyped on week 1 and all that stuff. And the Bills just bounced back and showed you that we're a better team than we showed in week 1. So
that should be the title of this show. Domination.
Should be.
Total domination. Should be the title of the show.
It really was.
It really was.
It once the defense got some stops, they just could not stop our offense. And once we built the lead, that was a wrap, man. They just could not.
Tyreek's so good.
Tyreek
Hill's so
fast,
freaking good.
Bro. He really is.
And he's so shifty, and he's his acceleration is what's insane.
Yeah.
That's
why he's one of the best.
2 or 3 guys on him at all times, and he's still, was running free at times.
However, I will say, we had tougher times with Hill and KC. When he's been since he's arrived in Miami, we've done very good. Against Tyreek Hill. I mean, look at his numbers here. I mean, I'm just saying we've played him in Miami. I don't know if he's had a 100-yard game against us. I don't think he has. I could be wrong.
And the reason why is he doesn't have Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes, you have to remember, Hill would take that slant and go to the house and stuff. But a lot of his were Patrick Mahomes running around and then throwing it 60 yards and finding them all by himself, and then him running the rest of the way. So it was, yeah, Tua was all timing. Once we started hitting Tua, everything was short, and then we started getting our hands up. Like Tua really got hit for the first time this season today.
Dude, that's all. Listen, even if we didn't get no sacks in that game, right, and we were just pressuring him, knocking him on his ass sometimes. That's all. That's what I really wanted. Like going into that game, I'm like, we may not get to him because he gets rid of the ball so fast, but just make your presence known, right? Put your hands up, swat the ball. Gregory Rousseau did once, and that's what it was all about, pressure. Because I think as the game went on, that's when you started seeing the sacks come in. That's when you started seeing him hold the ball a little bit longer, right? Looking for receivers. Like that's when we started piling up on the sacks, man. And
the
by the way, the hits. All the hits were brutal, and the turnover battle, loving it, man. Matt Milano, like when we bring it, man.
Not only that, but we had one that was wiped away. Yeah, we had one that was wiped away because of the penalty, and then we didn't get on 2 others that we could have had. Trey White dropped a pick 6.
And then we had that fumble right after.
Yep.
But yeah, he had a pick 6 easy to the house.
Yeah, listen, Dawkins shut down Chubb all day today.
All day.
I think Van Ginkel was the one who got the sack.
And he's a good player, by the way.
Yeah, and that was only because there was a coverage sack. Josh didn't have anywhere to go with the ball, and then they finally beat Brown. Listen, if Brown can play average, we're gonna be fantastic.
Exactly.
Chip, because everyone else is playing so well. Which is awesome.
Like I told you guys, like I think in the offseason, if they want to address that right tackle and just keep Brown as a reserve, I'm good with that. I think Brown's an excellent reserve, but right now we need him. We need him to play at this level that he's playing at now throughout the whole season. And I feel like Cromer's helped him out big time. You guys see now the benefit of having an off season. Hey man,
in the house.
Captain D.
We'll see. We'll see. Again, you may not have been at the beginning, Captain D, but we said this is just round 1 of probably 3. So
yeah, you guys
we got it today. Yeah. We'll see you guys again in week 18, and then we'll probably see you guys again in the playoffs. So
you guys are
you're not going anywhere.
No, you guys are your offense is legit. Your team's legit. I think your defense, though, I would be concerned.
They're still learning. They're still learning Vic Fangio.
I know. I get it. I know, but I'm just saying now, if you were 21st coming into this game, you're probably 25th. Like, I think that defense needs some more work done. Whatever's going on there, because through 3 weeks, except for the Denver game, you're giving up some points. Like Patriots offense isn't that good, and they almost beat you with that offense. Week 1, you gave up 30 something. You gave up 48 today. I'm not impressed with the defense. Their offense is what's the scariest. If you guys fix up your defense and get that corrected, then I think you can be even more dangerous.
They were also missing their best pass rusher today.
I get it, but so are we.
I'm just saying.
I know, but everybody's there's. I'm just saying in general. He was there week 1. He was there week 1.
Yeah, he said defense is an issue.
Yeah, no, it is. You got to correct that.
Yeah, we'll see. It's early in the season. You guys have a long season. You guys aren't going anywhere.
Turn around.
Yep. You guys aren't going anywhere. Well, it'll be a battle down to the end on who takes the East, which is awesome. So it's what you want. As long as the Bills come out on top, it's what you want. Yep. So there was a comment saying that Leonard Floyd may have cost Gregory Rousseau the player of the week, because Rousseau did have 2 sacks and he had a fumble recovery, but the fumble recovery got wiped away because of the offsides. So there's a good chance he may have cost Rousseau the player of the week.
He was slightly offsides. It is what it is, man. I mean, it sucks.
Yeah. It was awesome. These guys just played well. The one other drop that and it was a tough catch that I would like to see was Sherfield on that Josh's last throw on 3rd down. He hit him in the hands and he just dropped it. It was tight coverage. Yeah. I'd like to see him make that catch.
I agree. I agree.
Very much like Dawson Knox in the end zone last week.
Yeah.
Tough catch, but you need to make it. I thought Sherfield should have come down with that. But, hey.
Hey, Greg, I appreciate that, man.
Yep. When you're up, then that's fine. It's awesome. It was great freaking game. Hard to come in here and complain. So let's get to the dog awards, Tommy. Who do you got for your dog awards?
God, where do
you want to start? Where do you want to start again?
So Captain D, real quick, it is serious. It's probably an Achilles. So he's probably out for the at least probably the season. So yeah,
let's hope it wasn't a Achilles tear and it was just like sprain or something like that, to where they can go on 6
the
to 8
way
weeks.
he was acting. I mean, players usually know, but we'll see. I mean, I'm not.
Aaron Rodgers said when his tore, he just couldn't feel it; it went numb, so he knew.
Yeah,
with the pain that he was in, hopefully it's something different.
Yeah, I still feel for the guy, man. He just got. I mean, really, he just got back.
He was
this season
just starting to get back to himself.
He was 100. Yeah, man, that's rough. So my dog award first. I mean, the most obvious, Josh Allen played a phenomenal game today. No mistakes. Took sacks when he took the sack when he had to. He didn't try to do anything crazy. He ran when he needed to. Just smart playing. He put the ball, spread the ball around. So that's my first dog. But I know you're next, but I'm going to say also to Ken Dorsey.
Yes,
no doubt about it.
Give him the love.
Just called a beautiful game. That's what I want to see. And by the way, and I kept telling, and I said this on Saturday, and Curtis kind of like laughed at me, but I said, what Ken Dorsey's doing this season, which I really, really love, and I got to give him credit, is he's actually running the ball. He's taking less carries away from Josh Allen, less design runs from Josh Allen, keeping him clean. And the play action starting to show, because the play action in years past wasn't there because we weren't running the ball. Now you're starting to see the play action actually be like work. Actually, teams are biting on it. And that is because of Ken Dorsey, and you have to give him love for that. So Ken Dorsey, I love what he's doing with the running game this season. And yeah, so Ken Dorsey definitely dog. So those are my two right now, and I have more obviously, but go ahead.
Yeah.
Mikey.
So I'll flip to the other side, and I'll start with Sean McDermott and his game plan to slow this offense down that no one else has been able to do. We've held them to we held them to the lowest score so far this season. The other one was 24 by New England. Imagine that. The two AFC East teams know how to shut down the AFC rivals. Makes sense, right? And then I'll start with Greg Rousseau. And really we can go along that. Yeah, we can go along that whole defensive line one by one. But really, I'm gonna start with Gru. He had 2 sacks today, and really had caused a couple others by getting pressure. It was awesome.
Yeah, dude. Absolutely. Also too, let's, go out. I know you got more, but shit, really, Ed, that whole defensive line, Oliver, fucking
Floyd,
big time dog award. Floyd, Daquan Jones.
The one I didn't see was Shaq Lawson. And I don't want to crap on him. I crapped on him last week, and he had a really good one. So I'll go back and rewatch. But I thought he helped. I
thought he helped out. Like he made running back going different directions at times, which helped out the other defenders make a play. So I thought he was more help today for the other guys to get their stats. You know what I'm saying? So was he perfect out there? No, but I thought he played a good game.
How about Taylor Rapp stepping in for Jordan Poyer and playing fantastic?
Did a very good job. Very good job.
Micah Hyde in tackles. Yeah, Micah Hyde was the leader out there. This guy's the leader out there.
Got that interception. By the way, credit once again to our next dog, which is Terrell Bernard. On that interception, made that really possible by sticking with the receiver there. And forced really Tua to kind of overthrow that. Bernard was on the play, basically what I'm saying. So that kind of disrupted that play. And Micah Hyde, once again, in the right place, right time, man. That's what he does.
Yeah. As well as our unsung hero every week on our defensive line. And that's what's Daquan Jones.
Yeah.
The big fella.
Daquan.
Smacking when he did you see him land on Tua?
I was like, don't throw the penalty. You know how they say, put your weight on him. He kind of put his weight not a whole bunch, but that's a big dude.
I think they didn't because he put his hands down to.
He tried to brace himself better. Yeah, but man, he
started it today. He started Klops in that pocket.
That's what we need. Yes.
That's what you need to do against them.
Yes.
I mean, can we just give this guy an extension already? I don't want to see him walk away.
I was gonna tell you that too. Text you. I'm like, just Bean, get it done. Whatever you got to do, get this man locked up for a couple more seasons. He's just, bro. He's Buffalo too. Like, I just love this dude. Like, he brings it. He's injury free. Knock on wood. So it's like, we need that dude, man.
He's a difference maker on the interior. Him and Ed together are just fantastic. The question: did Jordan Phillips play today? He did. You
know what I got from him? You know what I got from him today, though?
What?
I thought, I agree with you. He was okay, but you know what I got from Phillips today that I don't see really a lot from the defensive side. He always gets the crowd involved.
Yeah, he's always. He's always one of those
making sure to hype up.
Always.
He's like, I always look at it. He's like, going to the stands, like, get that noise up, man. And by the way, too, crowd noise makes a huge difference. You guys saw it in that game when the crowd was hyped and they had a penalty. I'm telling you guys. So, like, it's a big deal. That's why home games are so important. Crowd noise is so important. Gets the offenses really off their game. So
Spen comes in and says, I think Jay Jones, he has a year there, but it's a void year on his contract. So this is his last year. Now we owe him 1.8 next year as part of his signing bonus as the void year.
Right.
We can just give him more money on top of that. And, and it's 1.8 less that we got to pay him. So, cause we already have to pay him that. So I would like us to extend him. Absolutely extend him. The dude is a stud. He plays so well on that defensive line.
Get it done.
I heard, because we were texting back and forth before the game about why isn't Puna Ford playing. I heard a really good reasoning behind that. They said because they don't run up the middle, they run wide zone. So you didn't need the extra defensive tackle today. You needed the extra defensive end, which made more sense to me. I'm like, okay, that makes sense why Puna wouldn't be there, because he is our best. He's our best one tackle besides Daquan. Like, we're playing Settle, but Settle was like, okay, he our second unit D tackles were like, they were there, but they weren't really there. They didn't make any flash plays. They were just solid.
I agree with that too, man.
Yes, he should make him extend him because he's one of our best defensive tackles. The dude is a monster.
If you want this defense to stay intact, man, you got to have that guy.
It was great to see Micah be able to run around and do stuff all day today.
Nervous on one play though. He took hit on the fullback late in the game on that wheel route.
And went to the tent.
It was really close on his neck, bro. Like, I was a little concerned there.
He went to the tent, dude. But he came back as well.
Which was good to see. But I'm telling you, it's a big deal. Fullbacks, those big dudes, man, and a fast play too. So I'm glad he's okay.
So we held Tyreek to 3 for 58. We held Waddle to 4 for 36. We had 26.
You want to put that up?
No, I already did. So
okay.
Put it back up. We basically had 26 carries for 107 yards minus the Kyle Allen kneels outs. We had 26 carries. We had 25 passes. So we were 50-50 today. James Cook, he was 12 for 29. Not great. Murray was 4 for 32. Harris was 6 for 29. But Cook had a really nice 48-yard pass catch down the sideline.
He did. And that was all, listen, that wasn't design. That was just him being on the same page as Josh Allen. Saw Josh Allen. It was a scramble drill. So once he saw Josh Allen get out of that, get to the side there, he just read him. They were on the same page. But running wise, I understand he didn't have the greatest day, but he still had 12 carries. But just even those carries get that play action working. Yeah. And that's, he's not gonna have games like this. He's gonna have better games, is what I'm saying, like running the ball. So today wasn't his best, but there were, like I said, you can't go away from it when it's not necessarily, picking up chunk yards. And we did that a lot in the past where it's like, it's not working, let's just go away from the run. And I think that's what, hurt this team in the past. So I like that they were still trying to use the run no matter what, even if it's only getting a carry or two. I still want to see more of Murray. I really do. I think Murray being on the field really helps this offense in a lot of ways. So
and he can still catch the ball. And he can still catch the ball. Let's talk about this real quick. Kingsley. Yeah. He showed why we kept him. I'll tell you, Kingsley Jonathan is showing why it might be Shaq Lawson who goes to the practice squad when Vaughn comes back. If we cut him, he's probably picked up by somebody else.
Yeah, I was impressed today. I was definitely impressed today. He almost got that sack. Very close, man. He has some speed to him too for a bigger guy.
Mm-hmm. Yep. He also Tyreek also had one carry for 14 yards. So you're talking about 70 yards. I would say that's a shutdown after,
For him, yes. Yeah. For him, we're talking an elite receiver. I'm telling you, McDermott game plans around him very well. Hill doesn't necessarily beat us when we play him, at least when he was with the Dolphins so far. Mm-hmm. It's Waddle that usually has the bigger games against us. And today, Waddle was really he made a couple plays, but he was really a no-show today. He didn't do much against our defense. You know who I like for their offense too? Pretty good player, that Barrios guy. He's pretty good, man.
Braxton Berrios, he played for the Jets for a long time.
Yeah. They're using him right. Yeah, he's fast and he runs decent routes.
He had 6 for 43 and a touchdown. So it's one of those things.
No, they got they got playmakers.
You want to know what the big one is? Mostert 7 carries, 9 yards. We shut him down.
And a fumble. And the fumble.
2 fumbles.
I believe he had a fumble.
But they got one back. He had 2 fumbles, but they got one back.
But one official. Yeah. So that was a big time. The other running back we had a tough time on, obviously, but we cleaned that up too. Which we listen, it's tough with that team though. Like you're gonna have to give away something's gonna, you know what I mean? Like, okay, well, the running game might beat us a little bit, but if we shut down the deeper, the receivers, like they're gonna get something. Yeah. So it's what do you want to give them? You know what I mean? I think we probably play a little bit softer against their run than we did against the pass. So, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
I'll take it. We still stopped them.
Everyone wanted him. We hoped he came here to replace Beasley. You're absolutely right, Spen. I remember that. We were all talking about him, and then he never showed up. It's fine. It's so nice. Yeah, going into this game, I felt confident we were going to win. I did not see a 48-20.
What did I have it? What was my score prediction? 35-27, something like that?
Yeah. And then I think I had it 37-34.
Okay. All right. So I think I was a little bit.
You had it closer on the Dolphins score. I had it closer on the Bills score.
Yeah. That's true.
It's just I didn't expect the 28-point, the 4 touchdown win. Just didn't expect that.
I didn't expect 40. I thought somewhere in the mid 30s. Where I predicted. But I also said on Saturday's show, I said, man, if we controlled the clock and just really made it long drives, it could have been a low, believe it or not, a lower scoring game, like a 27-20 game. But we were just doing what we wanted to do on offense for the most part. Like they had no answer for us. It's funny because, like you said, going into this game was all the talk was what was the Bills defense going to do against their potent in offense, and look what happened. And nobody talked about what are the Dolphins defense, who ranked 21st at the time, going to do against this Buffalo Bills offense.
And what I was going to say?
Nobody talked about that.
Here's going to be the talking point coming out. The Bills offense isn't that good. The Dolphins defense was that bad.
100%. They're going to bring out, and I don't care.
They haven't played a good defense yet. The only good defense they played was the Jets, and they lost. That's what you're going to hear.
Yes, and it's fine, guys. Once again, I don't care. Like that's what they, at the end of the season, and I said it to start the season. We'll see who finishes in first. Right, exactly. It's a long season. And I told you guys too, though. This is only week 4, and no matter who won or lost this game, wasn't going to dictate how the season goes at the end. It's a long way to go, man. Injuries happen. Look what happened today for us, Trey White. So you never know what's going to happen during the course of a season. But like I said before, we've proven year after year that we know how to finish a season strong. And that's why I kept telling everybody, even if we lost this game, it would have sucked. but it's a long, long season. And we lost week 3 against the Dolphins last year, and we bounced right back, and the Dolphins ended up winning 9 games. So, yes, it's a big win. I'm excited, but there's still a long season to go, guys.
Yep.
So
I am excited.
Yeah, this is great. You know why too, though? We needed a division win. I think that was the most important part of this win, because going down 0-2 in the division would have hurt a little bit, especially at the end if it was close. Came down to tiebreaker or whatever like that. But I'm just like I said, it's a long season to go, man. I'm not tooting my horn on this team, but I did tell you, and Mikey told you, this Buffalo Bills team is damn good. We haven't fallen off any cliff. And I really hope that the Dolphins now and Dolphin fan base start respecting the Kings. That's it.
You're right, Spin. You're absolutely right, Spin. Yeah. They can say the same thing about their offense. Update on Trey is they think it's an Achilles. They're doing tests.
Correct.
That's all we know.
Yeah. It's let's hope for the best, but I'm telling you guys, you players know best.
Yeah, Tua should have had like 4 picks today. The Bills had him all kinds of messed up today. Yeah, he got lucky on 2 or 3 balls that got tipped and
100%. The first play, the first series of the game.
Yeah,
Terrell Bernard should have had his hand on it, and Waddle made a great catch. But Bernard, man, he was so damn close. And then the Trey White one. I mean, the Trey White one was even worse because it was right. That would have been to the house. But it is what it is. It is what it is. We still got our turnovers. How many turnovers did today in total, by the way?
Let's see. Team stats. Turnovers. Red zone turnovers. 2-0. Us.
There you go. On the turnover.
Red zones. We were 5 of 6. They were 3 of 4.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Third downs. We were 5 of 10. They were 3 of 10. That's the difference.
Basketball's kicked today.
Yeah. They had 58 plays. We had 56 plays. We had 414. They had 393. Like we were close on a lot of things, passing 310 to 251, rushing 104 to 142 them, because that long A-chain run
that killed. Yeah, that hurt. He had a couple long runs actually.
Penalties, we had 4 for 20. They had 8 for 98.
I told you the penalties this season have been much, much better for the Buffalo Bills. Something that hurt us a lot in the past, and something that was a little concerning going into this season because of that week 2 preseason game where we had a ton of penalties. But man, everybody's doing their job. They're not doing a lot of no holding, no stupid offsides. Like for the most part, you're going to get a penalty here and there. But man, for the most part, I feel like this season, Mikey, penalties are way down.
Yeah, you're right, Dunn. I didn't even talk about that. We had 3 turnovers on downs.
Yeah,
2, and so it was awesome. And someone wrote in here that the Miami fans are seething. I read at halftime, Miami's fans were talking about how McDermott just crapped down his leg. Like, he was just giving this game to the Bills. And I'm like, how about the Bills are just playing well? He's running the exact same plays that he ran last time. The difference was we hit Tua. No one else did. Got it in his head. You hit Tua, you rattle him.
They were doing the same motions, the same wheel routes. They were getting the same guys involved. There was no difference in this game compared to the Denver game. The difference is this Bills defense is legit, and this Bills offense is legit. That is the difference, really. But as far as what the Dolphins did differently, they did nothing differently. They stuck to what they do best, but the Bills had an answer, unlike Denver. And I will say the Patriots somewhat had an answer. They did really well. If the Patriots, and I talked to Mikey before this, if the Patriots had a better offense, I don't see the Dolphins winning that game. Matter of fact, if you go back and I get the 70-20 score, I get that's unbelievable. And that is not an easy thing to do. Obviously, only one team has ever done 72. But if you go back to week 1, they're in a shootout. And they barely win that game on a Herbert sack that he shouldn't have took. Then week 2 against the Patriots, right? They almost lose. That's a hell of a game. They only scored 7 in the second half. So it wasn't like they were dominating these teams. They dominated one game. The Buffalo Bills were in a close game against a very good defense week 1. We played sloppy as hell. And week 2, week 3, we totally dominated. And look what Washington did today. They lost, but that's not a bad team, guys. They put up a fight against Philly in Philly. So I'm just saying that I felt like they got a little bit too much love for their games were a lot closer than people think. And their defense has not played very well. And I think the Bills kind of exposed their defense today a little bit more. Because that's a lot of points, Mikey. 40, that's 48 points is a ton. Like I don't think 70. I'm sorry, we're not 70, but 48. Yeah.
48. 48.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Roy comes in and says if Trey's out for the season, it could be a little bit of a problem for the secondary. I don't think so. Dane Jackson stepped right in and played just fine against a really good offense. One of the best offenses in football.
Listen, we talked about this in preseason. I thought it was very close between him and Benford. And if they went Dane, yeah, I'd have been a little upset because I do like Benford. I think Benford played a tad better. But Dane had a phenomenal preseason. Do not mistake in that. Go back. Watch what he did in preseason. Takeaways. Dude was hitting. Bro, I think it's the hardest I've seen Dane Jackson hit as well. Like he is putting his – bro, he's electric with that. He's physical.
He's not Trey. He's not Trey.
He's not. He's not.
He's a really good corner, man.
But he's a good corner. So I am interested to see what they do. I'm guessing Benford will be the 1 and Dane will be the 2. But I'm confident enough with Dane because of what I've seen in this offseason and preseason. And even today, he stepped in.
He tackles better than Trey.
He stepped in. He definitely does. Stepped in and he had a big hit right away too. Came in right away. I thought maybe he was even giving that defense a little bit of like juice when he came and had that hit. You know what I mean? It's like, all right, Benford's out. I'm going to come in. I'm going to do my thing, right? And I hope Kyer does that as well because this is a big opportunity, like I said, moving forward for Kyer. Now's your chance, kid. Like you know that all Bills Mafia is rooting for you, and we wanted you to be on the field, and now you have the opportunity, man. So step up.
So before we end the dog session, we can't leave without giving Stephon Diggs his flowers as a dog. He dude. That was the first time he threw 2 guys off him and sprinted down, and Dawson Knox down there blocking for him. So he couldn't come behind.
That was all effort, by the way. That was an effort play. I was worried at first they were going to call some bullshit on him, push off or something because it was so weird that play. It was like slow motion at first, right? I'm like, and then he just spun off and took it to the house. But yeah, man, great effort.
I think you're going to see that. I don't think you're going to see either one of them travel. I think they're going to just stay on sides, because Dane stepped into Trey's spot today when he came in, and they left Benford where he was comfortable over on the depending on how you're looking at it, the other side, the other corner. So. I don't think it's going to – I just don't think you're going to have a CB1, CB2. I think you're going to have CBs, and they're each going to play their sides, and that's it. Doesn't matter who's over there.
Molds jersey 3-0, buddy.
Yeah, buddy. Hyde, Amy, you're right. Hyde did show up. We missed him.
Love Micah Hyde, man.
We missed him so much. I'd like to see us get him re-signed, too, for next year.
100%, man. Yeah,
he doesn't look like he's slowing down. He doesn't look like he's slowing down.
I don't think so either. Give him a couple years, man. Why not?
So all right.
Man, that was fun.
That wasn't fun.
That was fun. That was fun.
Week, brother.
All right, so guys, Monday night, obviously we'll be back at 9:30. Remember, new time, 9:30. So we're not going super late anymore. We'll dissect this game some more. Once we see more film and all that stuff. Good, bad, and ugly segment. That's going to be a fun show. So that's Monday. Tuesday is the wrestling show at 7:30, Nuclear Heat Wave. And then Thursday is Mafia Means Family podcast at 7:30. And then Friday Night Lights, which seems to be your favorite show. That will be back at 8:30. And then that's it. We just do it all over again on the weekend, man. So by the way, though, AFC East Shakedown this coming up Saturday is going to be on Sports Jedi Network, not my channel. So you want to tune into there, and his link is in my homepage of the YouTube channel. So, but that's it. That's what's on tap, and obviously fantasy football with Mikey and Howie. They've been kicking ass on Saturdays at 2:00. So watch out for that. So yeah, just guys, the best thing to do, honestly, is to hit the like, obviously, subscribe, obviously, if you're not subscribed, and then hit the notification bell, and that will tell you when we go live and we have videos out. So other than that, London next week, by the way, and we will be previewing that game 9:30 in the morning Sunday.
It's my daughter's birthday. I didn't even realize it's my daughter's birthday.
Oh my gosh, Mikey. So, oh man. Well, have her watch some football with you, and
right.
And then, hey, in a way, maybe it works out because it's early, and then you can celebrate her birthday. You know what I mean? Because that's super early. She may not even be up that time. You know what I mean? And then you can.
She's not gonna be up. She's not gonna be up at 6.
Yeah, so maybe
she'll be up around 8.
See, so that works out.
I might not be there for the post game next week, but we'll talk about it because when she wakes up, I'll have to make her breakfast.
I know. I figured her birthday. All right, guys. Well, Bills Mafia, huge win once again. You ain't coming to the cast, take King's Castle and taking our throne. It ain't gonna happen.
Josh Ody's still daddy. Josh Ody's still daddy.
Yeah. Bills Mafia, we love you, and as always, go Bills. We're out of here.
Go Bills.
Peace.